Are you tired of how expensive movie tickets have become, or even worse, how expensive popcorn and other refreshments can be? Well, if so, there might be a way to save some money and still see some of the top films. In our Bay Area startup segments, the co-founders of Dealflicks join me tonight. The Oakland-based company helps moviegoers find cheaper tickets and get deals on concessions. Sean Wycliffe, Kevin Hong, and Zachary Cancio joining me tonight. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
So I'll just start. Sean, maybe you can help us out. Tell me a little bit about how all of this got going. How did you decide that we need to get a better deal on movie tickets?
Sure. Well, I love seeing movies, and I just graduated at UC Berkeley in December 2010. Having nothing to do, I went and saw a movie. I think it was The King's Speech, and saw it by myself, but the whole movie theater was empty. So just looking around, seeing all the empty seats, and thinking, wow, I mean, this is pretty amazing. There's so many empty seats.
And
There's got to be a better way.
You told me earlier that nationally, what, only a small percentage of seats are actually filled?
Absolutely. On average, what we found is only about 12% of seats are filled on average. So it's very small.
So you guys are trying to help to fill some of those empty seats. In a nutshell, can one of you explain to me how it works?
Sure, I could definitely explain it. First of all, the customer goes onto our website. It's similar like a Priceline or a Hotwire.com, but for the movie theaters. Basically, customers go to our website, they put in their location, they search for deals. Depending on what kind of deals that we have with the movie theater, customers can select from all assortments. So some deals, the customer will get a full discount. Some deals, customers won't know the exact location and time until after they pay. And for certain deals, the customer will know the location, but they won't know the exact show time. So it's basically, we designed it in a way that, you know, both movie theaters and customers could be satisfied with what we offer.
So how much of a savings are we looking at?
Somewhere between 30 and 60%.
Really?
Yeah.
And tickets are getting pretty pricey these days, so that could be a pretty good deal. So, and tell me also, not only the movie ticket, but concessions, right?
Absolutely. We have deals where it's tickets and popcorns, tickets and sodas, tickets and popcorns and sodas. So we have a little bit of everything for everyone. So.
All right, so now walk me through this. As you mentioned, in some cases you might not know exactly what theater. You might know a neighborhood, but until after you buy it would you know the specific theater. Or you might not know the exact time until after you purchase that. How is that, are customers doing that? Because I know, especially if they're like me, if somebody says, hey, let's go to a movie, and like 5 minutes later we run down to the theater and buy it. We don't exactly plan ahead. So right. Is it still practical for people to be able to find a movie in their busy schedule and be able to go?
Absolutely. So basically, we want to make sure that the theaters don't cannibalize their own customers. So basically, we have deals that are opaque, some are partially opaque. The totally opaque deals have the most amount of discounts, usually up to 60%. So we are targeting a certain demographic that has been drifting away from the theaters, mostly like customers that have a lot of time, but you know they don't have a lot of money. So in order to reach out to that specific demographic, we design certain models to accommodate for these theaters.
So if I plan a little bit ahead, what you're saying is I might be able to get a deal. If I'm a little bit flexible and I could say, well, I could, instead of just going to this theater right next to my house, if I drive just down the road a little bit and I plan in advance, I could still see the top movies and save a ton of money.
Absolutely. Right now, for example, in Oakland, you'll know the exact theater. For example, we just launched at the Grand Lake Theater in Oakland. So you'll know if it's going to be one of a couple show times. It might be 7:20 or 8:40. You'll know it's going to be one of those two, and then once you buy, it'll tell you which one. So it's not as bad as you think.
All right. And am I seeing, you know, the artsy, cultural type movies? Am I seeing the top pop movies that are out there? What am I seeing?
Anything. Whatever the movie theater seems to have, it's available through Dealflicks.
So it could be all of them. The big chains,
could
small chains, mom and pop shops,
yep,
any of those kind of things. Could be all of them.
Yeah.
So tell me, you know, you alluded to something a moment ago about competing out there because there is a lot of competition. There's Netflix and there's streaming movies online, and there's all those types of services out there right now, and maybe that is contributing to theaters being more empty than they have been in the past. How do you guys compete and keep people going to the theaters? Is that kind of a dying breed? People are going to probably turn to their computers more, or is there still an audience for folks who want to go to a theater?
Well, I think there's definitely still an audience for people that want to go to the theater. Right now, the movie theater industry worldwide, just with movie tickets and concessions, is about a $40 billion industry. So it's a really big industry, and even people like myself, I love Netflix. My girlfriend loves Netflix, but at some point you have to go on a date, and it's really hard to do too many of those with Netflix and still
get out of the house,
maintain
right?
your relationship. Yeah. So
now, tell me a little bit about the way I get it. Is it strictly something that I go on my computer at home, or do you have apps, and are you reaching out to the mobile applications and that kind of thing?
Yeah, we're definitely, right now, you can only go to Dealflicks.com to get these deals, but we're in the works of creating mobile applications so you can find all these deals when you're on the go.
And because I know that that's, again, like a lot of people, you know, that's the way they reach out. So what we've got to look at, and you were talking about earlier off camera about how some of the movie chains are not embracing the new technology. You guys are trying to adjust into that, but some of the movie theaters are still kind of, I guess, what do? They still want to publish the times in the newspaper?
You know, there's all sorts of different things that they're doing. It's just unfortunate because a lot of the movie theater owners, they're great at film, they're great at production, they understand the business, but now with Facebook, Twitter, the web, these things have just kind of creeped up on everyone. And so one of the things that we do too is we help theaters with that process. We're actually helping a lot of movie theaters develop websites and things of that nature. And in fact, at the theater conventions that we go to, we do a lot of seminars where we train them how to use Facebook, how to use Twitter, things like that. So we're trying to help them in multiple ways.
Very good. Well, thank you guys so much for coming by. I appreciate it. Good luck in your venture. And I know it's new. You just kind of got up and running even within the last few months or so, but we wish you well. Thanks for coming by and sharing another one of our Bay Area startup segments.
Awesome.